Hello, my name is Vanessa, and today I'm going to explain to you the controversy of Byzantine iconoclasm. But first, you need to know some key terms that will make you understand better the information in this video. What it means iconoclasm? Well, basically, iconoclasm refers to any destruction of images. Here we have an example. Some people is destroying some kind of church or chapel. The other term is icon, refers to the religious images of Byzantium, made from a variety of media which depict holy figures and events. This is another example. Economachy is the term that Byzantines used to describe the iconoclastic controversy. Iconoclast is the person that destroyed images. And the word came from Greek, the Greeks, and it means breakers of images, I already as I already mentioned. Or refers to those who oppose icons. Iconophiles, or also known as iconodules, refers to those who support the use of religious images. So, what is the big deal? The mm, the big deal about this subject is basically a debate if about if religious images should or should not be allowed. But in Byzantium, religious images were bound up in religious belief and practice. In a society with no concept of separation of church and state, religious orthodoxy, the right belief, was believed to impact not only the salvation of individual souls, but also the fate of the entire empire. Viewed from this perspective, it is possible to understand how debates over images could entangle both church and emperors. The arguments of the iconophiles against iconoclasts, well, first, they developed a sophisticated theological and philosophical arguments to argue for and against the religious images. Here is a quick summary of some of their main points. The iconoclasts noted that the Bible often prohibited images, notably in the Second Commandment, one of the Ten Commandments appearing in the Bible. And it says, You shall not make for yourself an idol, whether in the form of anything that is in heaven above, or that is on the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You shall not bow down to them or worship them. And the iconophiles countered that while the Bible prohibited images in some passages, could God also mandate the creation of images in other instances. For example, God commanded that the cherubim should adorn the Ark of Covenant. Okay, the iconophiles take this paragraph of the Bible maybe to explain why they venerate images. They countered that while the Bible prohibited images in some passages, could also mandate the creation of images in other instances. For example, God commanded that cherubim should adorn the Ark of Covenant, and The paraphrase says, "You should make two cherubim of gold. You shall make them of hammered work at the two ends of the mercy seat." Exodus 25:18. So where do these events take place? So the iconoclastic controversy was a defining moment of the Eastern Roman Byzantine Empire, centered in Byzantium, capital of Constantinople, modern Istanbul, from 700 to 843. And there was sporadic evidence of Christians creating religious images and venerate them with candles. This practice was very similar to the pagan to the practices that the pagan religions do, and that paradoxically Christians reject. Um, Through the centuries, icons became increasingly widespread in Byzantium. By the late 7th century, the Church began to legislate on images. Historical texts suggest that the struggle over images began in the 720s. According to the traditional accounts, iconoclasm was promoted by the Emperor Leo III. This guy over here. He removed an icon of Christ from the Chalk Gate of the Imperial Palace in Constantinople in 726 or 730. He sparked the widespread destruction of images and persecution of people who defend these images. But more recently, scholars have noted that this version lack of evidence, and they supported the idea that this narrative could be exaggerated by iconophiles, probably to um for rhetorical